So let's jump right into our first color, which is going to be green. So in your art box, find the color green. I'm going to use markers, but you can use anything you have in your art box today. So when you have the color green, we're going to use it on a few different parts of our Buzz Lightyear coloring page. The fun thing about this page is we're going to move around quite a bit on Buzz with different colors. So let's start out with the wings on Buzz, and we're going to color at the very top here, the very edge of this wing will get this green. So use the green and we'll move along our Buzz Lightyear costume with this green. Then we're going to move on to the front here of Buzz's costume, which is in green, and we're going to leave a few different areas. We're going to leave these three things here in white because those are going to be buttons that will get a different color, but one in the middle will get green. So as you know, Buzz has some buttons in the front that are a few different colors, but the middle one there will get green. So color that in green. Avoid coloring in any of the other little things that you see with designs. So this has a little design, leave that. We'll color around it and continue to move around, and we can color the top part though. So color that little top piece just like that. And these little designs here where there's a button and a little badge there with Buzz's name, we're going to leave that in white. We'll come back a little later and color those in with a different color. So try your best. If you color over it, that's okay. Totally fine. No worries. We can always improvise and fix it later. So let's continue to go all the way around. Continue to color around this shape. Let's leave where the cover is for Buzz's mask in that color and just start to color all the way around this. So color all of this in green. Just follow along with me like this, and we're going to color this back piece. For everything on the edge of that cover on Buzz's costume, and even in the back here, we're going to color this in with green. So color this in with that same green as we go. Beautiful. And now we're going to go to the back here, color this in with this green as well. And as you know, the cover that's protecting Buzz's face is clear, so we can color that in with the same color because you can basically see through it. So let's act like we're seeing through all of this onto the other side. So color this up to this point in green. So all of this will get that wonderful green. Let's color in a few more parts. Right behind here, this little spot by the arm is a continuation of this piece, so we'll color that in green. At the very edge of the right wing, let's color this in green. Color around that circle, just like that. And right in here, this whole section is going to get green, just like that. And we have a few other pieces on the costume with this green. So let's go right below where this button is right here. There's a black strip underneath that. Color that area as well. You're doing a great job. Just go step by step. You can always hit the pause button if you need to. Take an extra moment. Now onto the feet. So let's color a few parts in green right over here where you see this buckle and also the left and right side of it. We'll get that green. We're going to color the front part of the shoe as well. Now let's move on to the next leg. So let's do the same parts in that same color. So we are moving quite a bit, but this is the nice part about Buzz's costume. It's a lot of similar colors just in multiple places. So right over here with this green. And now let's move on to Buzz's arm. So right here, we want to color this piece here, a few spots in the green. So right over here on the forearm, this area where the line ends is where we want to color green. And last but not least, right in here where Buzz's hand is, that space will also get green. So as we put more colors on the page, you'll start to look more and more like the classic Buzz Lightyear costume. So now let's go ahead and move on to our next color, which is going to be red. So take a moment to find red in your art box and let's use it on a few different places on our Buzz Lightyear coloring page. So right here, let's start with the very front, that button you left in white in the front. Let's make that red. Let's color the other button on the other side in red, just like that. And now let's move on to the wings. So the top of the wings have a combination of red and white. So we're going to just alternate. So we're going to start here at the very back and then leave this little, we see these little tiny lines, try to leave that in white as best as possible. Just like that. So we're going to start coloring in every other space in red. Beautiful. And then right in here, just like that, because this is glass we can see through. Now let's skip on to the other side of the wing. So right over here, let's start with this little piece here and then leave this one in white. We'll go and color in red right here and keep that going. Same pattern. Skip, leave it white, and then go into the red, just like that. And we have a few more, and we can finish out here at the very edge with that same red. And let's go ahead and color this circle on the far right wing in red as well. So now we can move on to the next color, which is going to be gray. So take a moment to find gray in your art box, and we're going to start coloring in a few more parts of Buzz Lightyear's costume. Let's start here in the middle. So a lot of the area here in our Buzz Lightyear costume right around here is going to be in gray. So let's make a little edge for ourselves. Right here, we want to color in gray all of this area right where the green is, just like that. And we're going to color around Buzz Lightyear's head. So go right around Buzz Lightyear's head with this gray color. And we're going to actually end this right over here. So you see this line, go right across, and we'll color this in with this gray, just like that. And color in the rest. Actually, all behind here, we'll get this gray. Beautiful. And now let's go underneath here and start to color in all these little white spaces right here with this gray. So you see these white spaces right in here, in between these two green spots. That's all going to be gray. So let's color that in. This part of the shoulder will be gray as well, and right over here we'll use gray right underneath, right in here. Excellent. So now let's continue to move on, and we're going to color now the next part, which is Buzz's knees. So right here, Buzz's knees, we see here, we'll get that gray, the second knee, the same color, just like that. And now we could actually move on to our next color, which will be blue. So let's go ahead and find the color blue in your art box. We're going to use this on a few different places. First is going to be on Buzz's eyes. So let's go ahead and color in Buzz's eyes with that bright blue. And now we're going to color in that last button here that we left in white. Right here in the front, you see that logo there? We want to color that in with the blue. Excellent. You're all doing a terrific job today. And now let's move on to the other logo here on the right, where we see the arm. This is also blue. So we're using a lot of the same colors over and over just to make Buzz's costume come to life. So now once you finished out on those pieces, you can set your blue to the side, and I actually want to go back and grab your green again. So go back and grab your green. There's a part here in the middle I do want to color in green as well that I missed. So let's go back in here and color in this inside right here below Buzz's neck. This area is going to, right around here, is going to get green, and we're going to color this area in and leave the rest of it in white. We're going to color that a different area. So right below Buzz's neck, let's leave that white, but right between the gray and the rest of that line, we're going to color that in with the green. Beautiful, beautiful, excellent. Okay, so now we can move on to coloring this little piece here too. Let's go ahead and color in now Buzz's face with color peach. So in your art box, find that color peach, and let's go ahead and color in Buzz Lightyear's face very quickly here. And it's a little bit smaller, so if you want to just take a little extra time, that's okay. Hit that pause button and jump right back in. I'll be here. Very nice. And coloring around the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Beautiful. Terrific. Okay, so now we have Buzz's face colored in, and we can move on to now our next color, which is yellow. So in your art box, find the color yellow, and it's a really small spot. We'll use yellow right here, right there where the name badge is on Buzz's costume. Just that little spot, we'll get that yellow. Beautiful. And what we want to do now is let's go ahead and move on to the color purple. So if you have the color purple or violet, something similar, find that in your art box, and we're going to start using it on a few different parts on Buzz's costume. And first off, we can start out here with the fists. So right here, you can see Buzz's fist on the front will get this little color. The little fingertips, if you can get there, will get this as well. The bottom of Buzz's shoes will get this same purple color. So let's do that for both. Right here in the front, you see a little piece. It's very thin, so just take your time, just like that. And now we have the other fist on this side, which you have the little line is going to get that same purple color. And now, if you would like, you can also now color in underneath the wings. So the part that's facing right over here, underneath the red and white, will get this same color. Excellent. And hopefully you're having a great time today. Let me know in the comments who your favorite Toy Story character is. And if you have a favorite, let me know if you want to see us color them together here. We can do it step by step here at Sam's Cool Colors and have a wonderful time. So let's continue to color this in as we go. And once we finish with this wing, we have a few more places for our Buzz Lightyear to get the same color. Beautiful. Finishing it out, make sure it meets right here where you finished that green before. Beautiful. Just like that. And now we can jump back. There's a few buttons. You see this button right here. We're going to color this in with that same purple color. And what we want to do now is color in the rest of the mask here that Buzz is wearing. So go ahead and start to color in the top right above the face, just like that. And then we'll work our way around just like that, coloring it all in, finishing it out beautifully. Excellent. And then this front part, if you did happen to leave it in white, this is where we're coloring it in with this particular color on our Buzz Lightyear. So let's continue to go. Just try to follow the lines up to the point where you finished coloring last time and just fill it in just like so. So now we finished coloring Buzz Lightyear together using 7 colors.